Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the emergency I have chosen domestic violence and how I have responded with my design. First, domestic violence is when one person in an intimate relationship controls, strengthens, insults, or hurts the other. Based on my research in Assessment 1, I chose the Yuehui community and created an emergency response plan to address this issue. In Assessment 1, I identified four main challenges related to domestic violence in Yuehui community: lack of resources, inconvenient transportation, cultural and linguistic barriers, and deficit of trust. The second part is personal model. I create a character named Lila to assist in the design, representing one example of the target audience. In fact, the game was designed for a diverse audience that includes people of all ages from the Yuehui community. This approach enables the game to effectively raise awareness of domestic violence among residents. Next is my framework. I apply the 8 framework structures of Aboriginal learning to ensure that the domestic violence program is culturally relevant for the Yuehui community. I plan to design a board game to help players overcome language barriers and facilitate learning. The game incorporates traditional totems to strengthen cultural identity and fosters a relaxed atmosphere for better understanding. It focuses on interactive sharing of experience and discussing coping strategies to enhance community support. Here's my design introduction. I plan to create a board game called Path to Safety, aimed at helping Yuehui community members understanding domestic violence and coping strategies. Through the game, players can interact and gain knowledge and resource. This board game uses graphics to bridge language barriers and raise awareness about domestic violence. Featuring Yuehui totems and a circular map, it highlights harmony and unity to strengthen cultural identity. The game encourages players to share knowledge, discuss coping strategies, and promote community support. The problem definition is how to address domestic violence through interactive learning. Research shows the Yuehui community face domestic violence, language barriers, and resource limitations. To address this, I designed Path to Safety. This is the design storyboard. This is the interaction process of my game rules and components. Here's my game interaction process. This is my brainstorming based on the topic of domestic violence. Based on the mind map, I draft 5 different design options for the corresponding domestic violence design. Eventually, I select 2 options, board game and UI design, and conduct in-depth research. In the early design phase, I explored UI design, but literature showed that the Yuehui community lacked resource and experience with digital technology. However, there are successful community engagement examples, leading me to design a board game. Finally, I select the Cultural Wellbeing Center for the game due to its successful history of community events. This is my board game design mind map. Next is the rules of the game and the component interaction process. This is my testing process. I create a simplified version of the card game rules for testing. And this is my material testing process. Next is my design showcase. First is the game map. I use community logo colors to increase cultural identity. And I also designed the game manual, ensuring it clearly explains the component rules and the tips for playing. These are my high-fidelity design mockups. The card contain information about domestic violence, helping local residents understand the issue and learn about methods to address and prevent it. At the same time, I use community logo colors to increase cultural identity. Finally is the gameplay demo video. Welcome to the board game Path to Safety. First, place the game board in the center and leave all players choose their characters. Shuffle the event question, information, and resource card, and place them in their designated spots. Each player starts with 2 resource cards. Players take turn rolling the dice and moving accordingly. Living on different space, trigger various events. If you go to this space, answer the questions. Correct answers earn rewards. If answer is wrong, the correct response will be communicated, such as this. Does domestic violence only include physical harm? If you answer yes, I will tell you the correct answer is no. Domestic violence also includes emotional, economy, and
sexual control and harm.
And if you go to this place, draw an event card and make a choice that affects your resource. If you go to this place, you can draw a resource card to gain support tools. If you go to this place, you can share the knowledge about domestic violence. All players win by safely reaching the shelter within 60 to 90 minutes. At the end, share what you learned and discuss response strategies. Are you ready? Come experience past safety. Finally is my reference. Thank you for listening.